Morning all. Okay, let's have one or two 5-minute games this morning. I just want to point out yesterday I made a recommendation which I want to retract today about trying to find more than one way of exploiting a weakness of the last move. I think there's a much better expression already established in chess. When you see a good move, try and find a better one. That's more powerful and adaptable, because I think if the opponent has missed an issue, there might be, you know, a way of exploiting, say, a soft spot, a much better way than what you've initially thought of. But it's better, it's more flexible than trying to always find more than one way when maybe there isn't an issue that the opponent's missed. So I think that's better. So this weakness of the last move, so if there is an issue, you know, try and maximize it, obviously with the best possible resource. But there might not necessarily be an issue, so, you know, don't bother. Conserve energy. That's what I think at the moment anyway. So if you want to review, there was that Fisher video yesterday. Oh my, Simon Williams again. Okay, does he play French fence? Try this gambit against him, this B3. Oh man. What about Morris Smith or Bishop B5? If he's playing, I think this is good for trying to simplify against the GM. If I take on C6 just to try and reduce the tension, can I squash the bishops? Put that there. Right, I'll try for Bishop G5. Alright, Maroczy bind. Is he going to play for F5? Alright, a sort of Maroczy bind. I know that's sort of weakening some squares there, but I want to play Bishop E3, you see. So, alright, he's going to chase away my knight. Does it matter? I got knight C1 to E2 for rerouting. Now that's a bit of a pain. What about C5? I don't want to lose that pawn straight off the bat. How about knight D2 here? Trying to hold on to this pawn. It looks a bit uncomfortable, really. Okay, more weaknesses on the way. Knight F4 is going to get both bishops. Probably access the dark squares. Can I just reinforce this? I'm going to give him B4 as a weakness as well. Slightly different opening from yesterday. So I don't know, B4. If I play A3, he's fixing B3. If I play B3, I lose C3. If I leave the queen there, he plays A3, so I'm going to kick the queen while I can. Now maybe C5 and knight C4 is interesting as a way of sort of trying to generate some counterplay. So I'm going to try that. Ah! Okay. That is horrendous, isn't it? C5 is dropping off. Actually, D4, knight E4, no panic. I'm on E5. E5 might be useful. I'm on H5. Okay, knight F4 isn't as effective. So bishop F2. Okay, my king's coming out to play. Can I play queen E3, D4? So hopefully I'm not getting mated with king F1. Okay, so now I don't know. What about rook? A rook move, so I can play queen E3. It's D4 again. I'll keep wanting to play that. What about knight E2 to D4? Knight E2 here. There isn't bishop C4 just yet. And here I'm behind on the clock. Yesterday he was behind on the clock. That's not very reassuring, but it's 3 minutes to go. It's not. We're both playing quite quickly, I think. So what about knight F4 here? Mind you, rook E8. What am I doing with that queen here? He's going to play rook E8 at some point. Knight C4 now. He can pin and win. Let's get this out of here. then try knight c4 after. Oh, there's queen f2 now. That looks pretty dangerous. Queen f2, knight c4. I'm at queen e3. Is that any good? Queen e3. I'm hoping he's a bit tired or something. Come on. Let's try and get back onto this game. Isn't d3 weak? Close off this square? Or is it too weakening? If I force that bishop into the corner. Alright, now. I don't know. He's got g5 and knight d5, hasn't he? Or other stuff. This passed pawn looks quite dangerous. Bring the king to it. Actually, h4 would be good to try and stop g5. Too late. So knight h5, knight d5. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, how's this? Abysmal. King f2, king 1. Plays rook d1. Knight f1. This pawn looks too dangerous. Knight f1. The pawn looks. It looks all over again. Hang on, rook e1. No panic. I'm going to lose b2 instead. Rook c2. I'm going to lose b2. No! Can I get my king to e3? His bishop's blocked in. Just unpin this knight. Then maybe play knight e4 and try and grab this pawn before it does loads of damage. Can I make my king go to g6 or something? King f5, king f7. You can take on h2. Rook b3, rook d3. Is he winning that king and pawn ending? Is king f5, king f7. Is there nothing there? The king's sort of aggressive. I think h3 just to stop g4s. Right, is he really going to take here? He probably will, but is he going to give me a rook on the 7th? Rook a3, rook d2. I think access paths. The d file is stopped. My king invasion is stopped. He could start mopping up these, but there might be a chance for a lot of checks. Maybe this pawn is going to be dangerous here. I'm hoping. That seems quite optimistic. Okay, do I aim to sort of win it though? I think so. But he's got this passed f pawn. I think he's just too many pawns up. He's too many pawns up. Yes. King f5 maybe? Trying to get these pawns arrested before they do too much damage. It would protect my h pawn as well. So Grandmaster technique being demonstrated by my opponent. Ah! Yeah. Okay. Okay. Good game. Good game. Okay, I'll stop the video here. Okay. Okay. We'll review it another time maybe. Let's have a quick chat. Okay. Comments or questions on YouTube? Thanks very much.